So now let's move to the next item. So now let's assume you are now ready for marriage. You've discussed with your parents, psychologically you feel you can handle marriage. You feel that you are strong enough to get married. Marriage is a beautiful thing, as I said, and I mentioned some of the importance of you getting married. It's very interesting, and it comes with challenges just like life as a whole. So it's not, once you get married as a lady, you start, carrying different responsibility. You become a mother, you become a wife, you become a sister, you become a family. You now have to make decisions on your own. You have a lot that you have to, it comes with its own responsibility. So some of us think that, oh, if I just love, no, the way they say in pop culture, yeah, love can survive everything. So far we love each other, we will be happy. So far it's beyond that, just mere attraction. For me, there is no love before marriage. I call it infatuation. When we are just, imagining so many things in our head, thinking that okay, when we get married, everything will just fall into place. Mashallah, he's my Romeo, I'm his Juliet. He is going to give me food on bed. He's going to come kiss my head every morning. We are not going to quarrel. We are going to live happy ever after. Yes, it's possible, but it's not like the princess and prince story we used to watch in cartoon. At least you must have seen your own parents, the way they live together. You must have seen sometimes mom gets very angry, dad gets very angry, and somehow somehow we get so, we wonder what's going on with them. And because of that, some of us even make decisions and say, this marriage of a thing is hard. You must have also seen some people that you attended their marriage, but now they are no longer together. They are divorced or coming back home to settle. You see them always quarreling. Maybe you must have one sister, one friend that is now coming to tell you that, Kai, this marriage is hard, oh, this marriage is this. Oh. To me, it's not hard if you understand what you needed to get married. Understanding it alone is part of preparation, is part of what prepares you for this marriage. Now, so let's quickly move to the next slide. Now, part of your preparation for marriage is understanding your needs. Why are you getting married, my sister? Why? Is it because your friend got married? She got married since and you are still at home. Is that why you want to get married? Is it because you are not happy as a person? So something is telling you that, oh, immediately I got married, I'm going to be happy. Is that why you want to get married? Is it because you feel like your father's second wife? Like, in the sense that you and your mother, you're always quarreling. You are tired of being at home. You just feel like, having your own space. Is that the reason why you are going to get married? You are preparing to get married. So at this juncture, let me even ask you, for those of you who feel, at least I've explained what it means for you to get ready for marriage. For those of you here who feel that they are ready for marriage, why do you want to get married? Just tell me one reason you want to get married. So let me check the chat box. I know there are so many people here that are ready to get married. They already have suitors. Oh, you can't hear me? Okay. But is it better? Can you hear me? Some people are to complete my deal. Okay. After completing your deal, what else? That's a very Alhamdulillah, Sanefisa says she can hear me clearly. Alhamdulillah. I thought I've just been talking. So I want, yes, marriage is half of our deal, and getting married is completing our deal. So what else? I want that answer as you give it to us by Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that when you get married, your deal is complete. What other reasons are you getting married apart from completing your deal? I want to hear you, because this is part of preparation. This is part of the preparation we needed. Okay. Someone said, I want to get married because I have been preparing for that since my childhood. And this environment has very high temptation. I do not want to transgress. Good. She said she has been preparing for marriage from childhood. Good. For companionship, to fulfill sexual desire in halal way. Good. So let's hear more. Let's hear more. Let's hear more. Why do you want to get married? Because understanding your why is going to help you a lot, especially for personal reasons. You are going to understand why you are there. It is that why that is going to propel that ship of marriage, so that when challenges come, you know that, well, I don't regret getting married. I got married for a reason, to have a companion and one to support my religion and child upbringing. Good. To build a wonderful family to contribute positively to the society. I want to be matured enough because I feel I'm still not matured enough. Let me see that. Al Bashira, she said, I want to be matured enough. Okay. When I stated is not why, I'm only stating one of the reasons. Okay. I see. So, why did I get married? Let me answer the question myself. I got married because, apart from completely half of my faith, I got married because I felt I was ready psychologically. I was 24 years then. I told myself that, I think at this point, I need a companion. I need to start my own family. I need to have my own children. I want to nurture my own children, you know. And again, I want to have someone, I want to also, have a companion, someone I love being by my side. So that was why I got married. So I think there's more answers on the chat. Sorry. To have companion, I want to support my religion and child upbringing. I like that. That was one of the reasons I got married. To fulfill my sexual needs, to build a wonderful family, to contribute positively to the society. Okay. To clear my sins and start afresh again. Does marriage clear sin? Marriage does not clear sin, no. It can stop sin of zina, but it doesn't clear your sin. You need to go and seek forgiveness from Allah if you have committed any sin. Seek forgiveness, purify your intention, and then get married. So please, don't say it's clear sin. No, marriage can even add to the sins you have if you are not careful. So start on a clean slate. To have someone that will remind others and my relative after that will remind, like to have progeny. Good. So let's move on. Someone said the line is breaking. Is that true? Can you hear me? Is there anyone here hearing me? Or is the person's network? So now, let's move on. The process of selecting a spouse. Selecting a spouse starts from you. Yes, you. It starts from you. How? You need to understand your needs. What do I want? And understanding that whoever you want to marry also have his needs. Some people say I'm getting married because I want to be happy. Marriage does not actually make you happy. It contributes to your happiness. I'm not saying that you don't gain happiness, or it will not make you happy. But if you are not happy as a human being as you are like this, marriage will not magically do it for you. It may even aggravate your problem. So that is why I'm saying understanding your needs. Marriage is not an escape route. They say, oh, because life is unfair, I'm living with my auntie. My auntie is not treating me well. So I think if I get married, at least I'll leave her house. If that is the reason why you are getting married, if you may end up in the wrong hands, and this one marriage you are getting into will be worse than where you are coming from, because you are getting married to a human being like you who have his own problem. So you need to understand yourself very well, because if you are not happy, marriage will not automatically do that for you. I hope you are understanding me, because this is what I see. You get married because you feel, well, immediately I get there, all my problem will finish. I'll not be a madam of myself. Marriage comes with its own set of problem. Problem caused by you and problem caused by your husband to be. So you need to be happy first. You need to understand what you need. You need to clear all this your emotional baggage before you get in there. Do you understand me? That is understanding your need. What kind of a man will match this my need? For example, now I love to wear my hijab. You see, I'm donning my hijab on. Meaning I have a spiritual need, right? I will not go and marry a man that will tell me, this your hijab is too big. Oh, there will be a problem. There will be a conflict. So what do you need? For example, again, I want to, since I got married, I've been going to school. I've been advancing. I have 2 MSc degrees. I've been advancing in my career. I've been advancing in my education. You understand me? So what are your needs? That person you want to marry, is it going to kill to this your goals? Do you want to work? What do you want to do? What kind of a job are you doing presently? All this you have to factor it in. And no, look at that person you are going to get married to. Does this person match this plan? Some of you said, I'm getting married to have children. You also, if that is a need of yours, you need to also understand something. This person you are getting married to, if you have this kind of person in front of you now as a son, are you okay? Because some of us, the person that is proposing to us, if we think of, we don't even think of having him having a smaller version of him. But in marriage, that is what you are going to get. You are going to have a smaller version of that person as a son. With that is annoying behavior. With that is nonsense anger. So look at it very well. If that person you are dating, I don't want to use the word dating, or that is asking you for marriage, you cannot, do you want your son to look like him? Do you want him to look as in your own son or daughter to look like him? Because in marriage, when you get pregnant, you exchange gene. Some of the children will look like you, while others will look like him. So it is two of you. So don't be getting married and telling yourself that you are going there to change someone. You want to change. You have a smaller version of that person. Are you going to take two of them as your prayer project after the marriage, plus the problem you already have now? You see, it's double wahala. That is why you need to understand your needs in marriage. Now, your values. What are values? Values are like your moral character, honesty, truthfulness, your Islamic identity. Does this person match it? That is your need. If you marry somebody that you are just like this, that is how you continue to fight inside. Yeah, so the person is telling you all kind of lovely things. Now, I love you. I'll do everything for you. Whatever you want, I want. It's not true. Your wants are different. Whatever he wants it. Whatever you want it. So you need to understand that very well. Then we move to self-awareness, because I know there will be a lot of questions. So I will not take your time. Let's quickly go to self-awareness. That self-awareness encompasses everything I've been saying. Understanding your needs, your values, self-awareness. Aristotle said, the knowledge of thyself is the beginning of wisdom. Good. That when you know yourself, when you understand yourself, then we can now say, yes, you are matured enough to bring in somebody and start living with that person. But you know what? Most of the women I get in counsel, they don't understand this. They don't know what they want. They don't even have a goal. In short, their goal in life was just marriage. And when they just achieved that, that was the end. There was nothing else to start living for. But no, marriage is a goal, and there are other goals that will make marriage worth living. So that is why we are here, to understand it very well, so that we will not make mistake. So let me go to the next slide. So I define self-awareness as the ability to recognize and understand your own thoughts, emotions, behaviors, motivation. Why do you behave? Why do you get angry like this? Why do you laugh so much? Why is it that when somebody just say one small thing about you, just get angry? Why is it that when you get into a hall, you begin to feel that everyone in that hall is judging you? Because if you don't understand all this, in marriage, they will come out as problems. And you will see that some of the problems in marriage are problems that were there before the marriage. So your behaviors, your motivations, what motivates you? What are your goals? What actually makes you happy? For example, now, part of my goal before I got married was I wanted to learn the Arabic language. I wanted to learn more about Quran. And I know so many of you have that goal too. Yes. So you now go for a man that is speaking Arabic. Mashallah, brother. Subhanallah. Allah Akbar. Thinking that the brother is going to teach you all the Quran, all the hadith. In short, now you people are doing Zoom call. He's teaching you, telling you, Hada kitabun, Hada maktab. Teaching you how to call the ain. Mainly you get married, brother changes. Most of them change. In short, if brothers are 100, those ones that will continue teaching their wives are like maybe like 10%, because the economy is hard. There are a lot of challenges. Now he's free. He doesn't know, okay, when I get it. Mainly he gets married, he has to pay house rent. He has to do a lot of things that he will not even have your time. And those who have the time, you start to quarrel, you start to see each other finish. You know what they call see each other finish? I beg, I can't teach you. After all, he has gotten what he wanted. He has already married you. So why is he disturbing himself? That is what happened. So if your goal is to look for marriage or for following, accepting that brother's proposal, it's because you want that brother to teach you. My dear, most times that goal doesn't work. Start learning your Arabic now. Start learning. Oh, my own did not work. So that is why I'm telling you now. But I have to end up learning it by myself, not even from my husband. So it's a goal that I threw away. So though I married a man that can speak Arabic, but as you can see, I'm learning, I'm still learning it, but not from him, unfortunately. So wake up. It doesn't go like that. Start learning your Quran, start learning whatever you want to learn. Don't wait for anybody, start learning it now. So I also said that self-awareness involves being conscious of your strength, what you can do and what you cannot do. There are situations where some brothers come to you and tell you that, oh, mashallah, sister, I wanted to, maybe we got married, you start wearing the cup, you will not use a phone again. In short, I don't want anybody to see you, it's just for me. Can you do that? Or you come and become a teacher in Islamic school or in a school. It's not easy to join marriage and now becoming an employer, be employee, your husband's employee. So understand all the things you are agreeing to, all the things you are seeing. Believe in that your gut instinct. You are seeing something is kind of shabby, then you want to still go into it. Open your eyes very well. Carry your brain along with your love. Understand your weaknesses. Some brothers will tell you that, see, I like children that are homeschooled. You say, oh, mashallah, that is good. I'll be able to do that. Because love is shocking you. You get there now, your children will not go to school. You are the one to teach them. And remember, you also have a goal that you want to start work. So I don't know how you are going to marry the two of them. It's not easy. It's very difficult. So understand what your weaknesses are, your values, your belief. So that's self-awareness. So let's look at some dimensions of self-awareness. If you notice, I've not started really talking about brother, the opposite sex, because it starts with you. If you understand yourself very well, you'll be able to choose a brother that matches your goals. And if you're able to do that, then you have no problem in marriage. It will just be the normal fighting that couples fight. Today we fight, tomorrow we're happy. Normal, you'll be happy. But in a situation where you don't even understand yourself, so how will you understand the next person? For example, now you say you are looking for a brother that is knowledgeable and you don't have knowledge. So how do you know that the person you are talking to is one that has knowledge when you don't have knowledge? You don't even know your rights as a wife. Okay, let us do a statistics in this Zoom corner. Please, everybody write, what are the rights of a wife in Islam? Please write it. What should you be doing for your wife? Let us, as a wife, what are the rights of your husband? Right of a man and a woman. Oh yeah, right, let us see. So when we start from there, we begin to understand, because I get to counsel women that don't even know their rights. What are my rights? They don't know. So I see that majority of their problems in that marriage started from inability to even know their rights as a Muslim woman or as a wife. Oh yeah, write it, let's see. His money is my money. So this one is right now. Or what is this one? Let me understand. I'm coming. I'm trying to scroll down the messages. Let me use my phone to scroll down. I can't. So one said his money is my money as the right she has. So you are going there to drag money. I see. Okay, obey him. My money is my husband money. Okay, my husband money is my money. His money is my money. I think it's okay. Please, right of women from men. The men should take care of the responsibility of the wife, emotion, support, protection, being treated well, provision for food and shelter. Okay. I want to talk about his money is my money. It's true. Your money is your money in Islam. A woman is allowed. Many women don't even know this. Those that can't say that their money is their money. They don't know. They think their money is their husband's money. His money is not also your money. Let me break that trend. It's not like his money is your money. he has the responsibility of taking care of you 100%. That doesn't mean you are the owner of all his money. You understand? Protection of his property and should be able to take care of him. My right is to be fed, clothed, and taken care of well. His right is to be obeyed, take care of him, of his home and children, and not deny him of his rights. She will always obey. Yusuf Mustafa, you are a brother. You are not supposed to be here. She will always obey me, you see. We are talking about marriage now. I said this program is for sisters, and you got in. Then you are even commenting. She will always obey me. It's a right, but you are not supposed to be here. Yusuf, please leave us alone. A wife has the right to be treated with respect, kindness by her husband, yes. Men provision 100%. Women obedience regarding Allah at the center. Yes, obedience here means that obeying your obedience should not be in disobedience to what Allah and Rasulullah has commanded. For example, now you marry a husband that tells you that I like women that feast with on. I like women that don't wear a hijab. You not tell me that obey. No, in such cases, you don't have to obey him, because what he's asking you to do is something that is haram in Islam. So your obedience is something that has to do with what Allah has allowed. Oh, somebody telling you not to pray. I've seen that case. When I'm calling you, you have to leave your salah, even where salah is going. Obey me, obey me. Yes, you have to obey your husband, but not in disobedience to what Allah has said. And you have to take care of him, his property. You don't allow anyone he doesn't want into his house. You get me? And you have to also let him know wherever you are going to. And if there's anything a man should do, one of the things that made them qawwam, Allah said, Ar-rijalu qawwamuna 'ala an-nisa'i bima faddala Allahu ba'dahum 'ala ba'd. That a man is the qawwam, a protector over women, and he spent from his own wealth on them. So that is what made them qawwam. Good, thank you. You tried so much. I can see we are trying. Mashallah, may Allah bless all of you with responsible, loving, sweet husbands. Mashallah. So we are going to dimensions of self-awareness, so that I'll not take so much of the time. It's already almost 6 o'clock, but let me be fast. Emotional self-awareness. This involves recognizing and understanding your own emotions and being able to differentiate between various feelings. Understanding yourself, being able to be emotionally intelligent. You should know when to get angry, when not to get angry, when to talk, when not to talk. At least as an adult who is mature to get married, you should be able to control your anger. Because if you are unable to control your anger, then marriage will be very difficult for you. Because there's nothing that will test your patience like when you are now married. So you need to learn how to self-soothe, how to be happy by yourself. Your happiness should not be put in another person's pocket. In this case, your husband's pocket. You should be able to be happy, whether it's making you happy or he's not making you happy. That is what is emotional self-awareness. Maybe someone in one of our classes will talk about this. Self-perception. Now, how do you see yourself? That is what it means. How do you see yourself? Do you love yourself? Many things have happened to us in life. For example, some of us grew up in a very traumatic home. Some of us were raped, sexually abused, physically abused. So we are stripped up of our innocence. We just see ourselves having some kind of emotions. Sometimes we are happy, some other times we are sad. Sometimes we don't want to talk to anybody, maybe because of things that are happening or are still happening in our lives. So you need to deal with all that. Getting married will not solve those things for you. You need to deal with those your emotional baggage. Do you understand me? That's self-perception, your self-confidence. Because some of us get married and we begin to rush to lose weight, want to have the, the Coca-Cola bottle shape and all of that. If you don't have good self-esteem, you just allow, some irresponsible men start laughing at you, telling you don't have pointed breast. There are cases where a man will even tell you, before you get married, send your picture, I want to see if your breast is big and standing. Then you too, you go and snap the breast and show him that he's standing. That's not right. That shows that you don't even have self-respect. Why would you do that? Because really, all this your shape that you are very slim now. You, after giving birth to one, everything will change most of the times. The breast will come down. Go and look at your mother's breast. Is it standing? So those are some of the things that will change in you. You understand? So you need to understand. So if you don't have a good self-confidence, it's going to affect you in the mind. You begin to run up and down and go and do nyash yaba. You want to have nyash, so that my husband will not look at another nyash. Hey, subhanallah. We need to learn, though. We need to love ourselves. We need to have a good self-concept. Now, social awareness. This dimension involves perceiving and understanding the emotions of others. Now you are now going to have a husband, and he's going to come with his own baggage, whatever he has gone through from the past. He may come in very angry. Some of them keep malice. Some of them talk anyhow. Before you married him, he wasn't talking anyhow. Of course, that is why you married him. But after marrying him, then you begin to notice some kind of behavior. How are you going to be able to handle all this without losing your cool, without falling into depression? Is part of what self-awareness is all about. Let me rush. Now, the same thing as self-concept, how you see yourself, your motivations and goal. Make sure whoever you are going to marry is somebody that is going to help you, that is going to agree. You see one thing, when we are looking at the rights and responsibility of a woman, as in the rights that your husband will have over you, you were saying obedience. Obedience was, I saw obedience there. So in order to have peace, the person you are going to marry is somebody that you can obey. Just look at the man very well. If this one tell me to sit down or not to go, will I obey him? Can I obey this one now that is talking? Especially those of you marrying and accepting proposal out of pity. Don't accept anybody out of pity, because the person will not pity you when you enter marriage. He will tell you, don't go outside, I'm your husband, obey me. So forget about that pity and cry he is doing. You are going to all these things. Obedience is there. So I was talking about So I was talking about your goals. So one of my goals is to have a master's degree before I got married. So if my husband tells me don't have it, what happens? So that is why you have to marry somebody that aligns with your goal. Let him know. And if you are the type that want to go abroad, let the person know that I have intention. How are we going to do it? Are you going to come with me? Put all those words into perspective. Then understand your strengths and your weaknesses. These two were part of the definition of self-awareness. Then there's one last one I would like to, your body awareness, being attuned to your physical sensations and the signals your body sends is an aspect of self-awareness. And that includes knowing when you are stressed, knowing when to rest. Because when you get married, we tend to overwork because we have children, we are here. Just look at what your mother normally does. Your mother is everywhere. The same thing, you come and become the same, kind of woman that is also running about, fatigued, experienced, and, experiencing discomfort. How to understand when to say no, how to set boundaries. How can I say no without feeling bad, without without as in saying no without explanation. That is what I mean. For you to say, I've had enough, I cannot do this. How to set boundaries. So those are part of things you should know about yourself. So after you have known this, you learn effective communication, how to communicate properly. Then with this, you learn about your deen. Understanding Islam makes you mature, increases your wisdom. So if you are here, you are not learning, please learn. Start learning. If you don't know how to read your Quran, start learning how to read your Quran, because you need that spirituality. You need that spiritual awareness. You need Allah to guide you all through, because now you will now be alone. You are now a mother. You will now be taking decisions by yourself. So you need that spiritual guidance. You need to start learning. You need to start, observing your solar. If you don't observe your 5 daily solar, now is the time to start. Please start praying on time. Pray your 5 daily solar, and if you have strength, wake up in the night and pray your tahajjud. Pray that Allah should guide you. So next time we are going to have this session, we have next month, we are going to now look at the brothers. What are we going to look at in them? Now that we now know ourselves, now that you are now self-aware, you know how to control your emotions. But another time we pick one of these self-awareness topic and talk about it, how to, for those of you that have problems, in controlling your anger or in getting happy, we'll pick it. But this is just a general overview of what we are going to cover, mashallah. So I'm going to stop here for me to take questions from you. I don't want it to be too long. We are going to be together for a long time. Every month, I'll try to spare our time to have these talks, this kind of talk with you. So if you have any question that is pertaining to this topic or outside this topic, whatever it is, please ask me. I'm still available. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How do you know he's the right one? That's the first thing we have, Sister Khadija. That is the first thing we have discussed. Knowing yourself, understanding what you want. That alone will help you to know the right one. Because if you don't understand yourself and know what you want, how will you know who will satisfy that need? We are going to go into details on other things, but for now, let's that one serve. Except if you have any specific questions or any specific behavior the person is exhibiting that you are not comfortable with, then we can quickly go through that. So the next question I'm having here is, okay. How do you know is the right? Okay, thank you. So someone asked about dowry. Can I ask the man, I don't, Sister they buy your Taiwo? I don't understand that question. Hmm? Okay, it's a direct question. I don't understand it. Maybe you make it clearer. Is it right to reject a man based on his physical look if I'm not physically attracted to him? Well, yes. If you are not physically attracted to him, it's a point now, because you are going to live with this person for a very long time. So you just be very angry. But I would like to know what other characteristics does he have, because there are some people that are very good looking, but they have a very bad behavior. So in the long run, that bad behavior may make them look ugly. And that person that is ugly may now have a very good behavior that is making them handsome in your face. So it depends on what are the other behaviors, what other behavior does he have, you know? I don't know if I answer your question, Sister Abina. Tips to navigate a talking stage, please. These are the tips I mentioned: self-awareness, knowing your need. For example, now you are talking, the man is talking to you, asking you, okay, be my wife, alhamdulillah, mashallah. And you try to ask this kind of questions. Maybe you talk about education, you talk about where his goals, his future goals. You understand? What are his future goals? What does he hope to do in the next 10 years? Match it with what you want. For example, now you see the man telling you that, okay, one of my goals is that I'm going to start a school for you. You are going to become a headmistress of the headmistress of that school. Is that your goal? Is that what you want? Or the man telling you that, okay, after now I'm going to take you to China, or we are going to go to US. Is that what you want? So be aligning it. That's why I spend my time talking about self-awareness, understanding your need. Yeah. I hope you understand me and I'm responding to your question. You can also raise up your hand and ask the question if you feel I didn't answer your question. Okay. Is age a factor in choosing a spouse? Is it a must for the husband to be way older than the wife? No, not at all. It has to do with the religiosity and character of that man. It also have to do with your needs and wants. What do you want? Do you think this person can take care of you? Now, marrying a man of maybe a girl of 16 years old or 20, now marry a man of 60 years. The age gap is too much or it's too big in the sense that you are in different generation altogether. 60 years old and a 17 years old man. The man is old already, doesn't even have power. Sometimes he's already coming down with sicknesses and all of that. But it's not haram. I'm only telling you some of the challenges that may come up. He's already old and, you know, you just go there and be taking care of him, be helping him with his drugs, but it's not haram anyway. But I will advise that. So I don't understand this question now. He says he wants to marry me because my brother helped him some years back. Is that the reason why he wants to marry you? Apart from your brother helping him, what other thing? He wants to pay your brother back by marrying you. That doesn't look to me as a good reason. Discuss more and understand the kind of man he is to know if he's someone you will like, someone that will meet up with your needs. Do you understand me? It was meant to be a matchmake, so upon seeing his picture, I declined to proceed. We all know what we want, my dear sisters. We all know when you see what you want, you know. Your mind is telling you that this person is not the kind of person I would like to marry, you know. So don't just throw away those feelings. Most times is the truth. Once said Hira said it's not really the religious type, but he said he's going to change for me. He said he loves me. It's not true. They don't change. It doesn't change like that. Don't let anybody deceive you, my dear. Nobody will change and become a righteous man because of you. If he's not righteous now, that is how it's going to be. Except he also decided to change by himself, not because of you. And most time people don't change like that. Especially men become more religious because of their wife. It's hard. How do I become an effective communicator? What problem do you face while communicating, Sister Hiyari? Let me know. Is money a factor to consider? Of course, yes. You are not going to go there and drink garri money at night. You are going to, what's it called? You are going to need money to rent house. Whether it can take care of few kids, of course, you consider it. Where you are going to stay. For example, now, if a brother has, he doesn't have a place to live, where are you going to live? At least the brother should have an income, even if it's not much, but an income that he can sustain the family, he can feed you and all of that. Money is, see, it's not part of Iman to go and marry poor religious brother. So that will say that you started from nothing. If sometimes when they get the money, they marry another wife. So that is why I'm still telling you that look at your needs and look at your wants very well. Don't go and marry somebody because you want to prove that you have a man. They'll come and tell you that the prophet, the Aisha radiallahu anha reported that the prophet stayed for 3 months without food. He was eating dates and water. Can you survive with that kind of hunger is real, oh, hunger is real. That is what I was saying. Before you get married, make sure you have parental support. Make sure you have your parent going to help you to look at this man very well. Don't go there and go and form one man. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, my darling. The person you are marrying must have something doing. It's even better you marry full package. What is full package? He has religion, he's very religious, and he has money. That's full package. That's full package. So Sister Adebayo Taiwo has been raising her hand. Please ask your question. Should I? Sister Adebayo Taiwo Temilade.
Naam, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can you hear me, ma?
Very well, I can hear you.
Now, my question is about mar. Can someone ask us something that the man cannot afford presently, like he can't afford such a thing, but for him to just make a promise that probably in future, when he can provide that, so he will do it. Like, is he okay? Because there are some people that say that if you do such a thing, at the end of the day, you won't get anything for that marriage. The marriage will just be like a marriage without marriage, and that is zina. That is not good. Something like that. That's why I'm asking.
Well, good. Well, Islamically, you can delay your mahar. You can delay it until when the brother is able to pay. But from the trend we are seeing, most of them don't pay. It is better you collect whatever you can afford now. You understand? You can now tell him that maybe I want 50,000 naira and umrah. And the brother cannot, at least collect 50,000 naira first. At least most times when brothers are well to do, they take their wives for umrah. They are good brothers like that. He can even buy whatever you want later if Allah blesses him. But don't just leave the man. Most times they don't, it doesn't come to pass. There are some that end up paying, but most times you just forget it because of problems, economic problems, and all of that. So I would advise you collect what you can afford now. Even if it's 100,000, collect. 50,000, collect. You can now tell him that, see, I need a gold chain. Oh. You know, part of what you are going to give me for my marital is gold chain and 100,000. At least you know you can afford 100K now, Abby. So, and again, mahar can be forgiven. You can forgive him. You can dash him mahar. You can recite Quran. Most importantly is looking at the character. Religion is different from character. Somebody may be very good looking, having all the big game and all of that, doing the mashallah, subhanallah, is not really religious. So that's why I said, for you to be able to know a religious brother, you need to also be religious yourself. You need to know religion. Because if you don't know religion, how will you know who is religious? So it still boils down back to self-awareness. You're knowing yourself, understanding what you want. If you want a religious brother, a knowledgeable brother, you need to start seeking for knowledge too, so that they will not use that knowledge to start turning you upside down, in another way. Do you understand? So that's
Naam,
it.
naam. Jazakumullah
So I
khairan.
hope I answered your question. I mean. So let me see. Okay. I think we've exhausted some of the questions we are supposed to ask. Jazakumullah khairan for coming. I don't want to keep you long. Inshallah, we will keep on having these sessions. And the next one we are going to have, we're going to talk about now looking at the brother. We've looked at ourselves. I don't want to rush it to just start telling you what you should look at. You need to develop yourself. You need to know what you want. So that when you know what you want, you'll be able to select a brother that matches your goals. You need to learn how to regulate your emotions. You need to learn how to communicate well. You need to understand your religion very well. You need to know what it entails to be married. And you need parental consent. I can't overemphasize that. You need it. You need it 100%. So that you have a support to run back on, people to come and help you when it gets difficult. So, well, Jazakumullah khairan for attending. May Allah bless you. I think I'm seeing another question. This will be our last one because it's heading to Maghrib. Okay. Now, may Allah bless you all. May Allah grant you righteous husband, righteous children, good men that will love you, that will take care of you, that you will wish that you would have married since, men that will take care of you. May Allah bless each and every one of you. So when we talk again, we are going to talk now, look at the man. What do you check out? What are the red flags? What are the things you must make sure that this man has? This one, go and look at everything I have said. Then try to correct. If you have any issues, let me know in the group. Send me a personal message, so that we can create a class like this and come and talk about how to regulate your emotions, how to communicate effectively. I promise I'm going to do that for you. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك. جزاكم الله خيرا for attending, and sincerely my love to you all.
جزاكم الله خيرا ma'am.
جزاكم الله خيرا Nafisa. Thank you. Now do have a nice night. Assalamu
جزاكم الله خيرا.
Amin. Amin.
Jazakumullah Harama. Thank you very much.
Okay, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Now.